Hey everybody, I'm Josh Skinner from withjosh.com, and with me, I'm very excited about this interview, is Louis Van Amstel from Dancing with the Stars.
Hi everyone.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
I really appreciate it. Let's start at the beginning. Well, first of all, let me embarrass you just a little bit. So you're a 12-time dance champion, Emmy-nominated choreographer, 5 seasons of Dancing with the Stars, a season of So You Think You Can Dance, and you have got this cardio, like, amazing classes sweeping the world.
Louis Dance Blast.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going faster than I ever expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got a lot going on.
Yeah, no, there's a lot going on. It's but very exciting. Because isn't it always the truth that when you want things to happen, they don't, and then suddenly all things happen at the same time?
Well, let's start at the beginning. Why dancing?
Why dancing? Well, for me, I started because my parents thought it was really important for social purposes. If you go to a wedding or a party and somebody asks you to dance, that you say, I can't dance. So they wanted to prevent that for me, the embarrassment. So that's how it started. After 1 year, I realized this is my passion. I love this. And because there was a trophy at the end of the season, and when I won that trophy in my first year, I was like, oh, I am competitive. I didn't know that.
Oh.
And now, you know, 27 years later, being on Dancing with the Stars, I realized how important dance can be for anyone because it's great therapy. I mean, last season with Kelly, it changed her life. And then I thought, wow, how powerful is dance as therapy? And fighting obesity is what people hate going to the gym, but they have to be more active. Now, I have a dance program, Louis Dance Blast, that now is, I'm already starting in Europe, and 30 dance studios and gyms are going to start it. And I'm really excited about it because it's a great way to help people become more active.
Okay, I want to take a step back for a second. Why is dance therapy? Why do you consider dance as a form of therapy?
I would say any performing arts, acting, singing, or dancing, because you live it.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a blockage, if there's a past, then you will touch it. And especially in ballroom dancing, we have so many different sides. You will reveal those feelings. And look at Kelly again last season. Look at even Nisi. I mean, she is a funny gal. I mean, she always turns everything into a joke. But if I hit a certain snare with her in the movement and talk about it, suddenly she's crying. And not because I make her cry, but because it touches a certain side of your life. And it's beautiful to see.
Do you kind of feel like in some odd way you're like their therapist? Well, because you are the choreographer.
You are.
Yeah.
I mean, one moment you're the choreographer, one moment you're the best friend, one moment you're the person they hate most, and then the next moment you're the person that is their best friend and the therapist. Yes.
Now, why Dancing with the Stars? Like, how did that happen?
I finished my competitive dance career very early. I moved to New York from Holland when I was 27.
Right.
I mean, normally you retire at 37, 38, which I'm right now. But I stopped because I always had a passion for theater and TV. And then in 2005, when they called me from the BBC in London, if I wanted to be part of the show, I said, yes, where am I going? Because I love my dance form, ballroom dancing, and the fact that ABC took that big challenge to put it on national TV, I wanted to be part of it. And I still want to be part of it. This is now my 6th season of 10. So I'm very happy to be here in this place.
What has the experience been like?
It has become from good to better to amazing to the ultimate. I mean, in season 2 I had Lisa Rinna. I had a great run with her. I guess we're still one of the favorite couples up until last season because we had a real journey together. We became best friends. And season 3 I had Monique Coleman. She was in the top 4, the last woman standing. Then in season 6 I had the privilege and honor to dance with Priscilla Presley.
What was that like?
That was awesome, and we're still friends. We're actually working on something, which hopefully soon will come out. But I learned some lessons about how Hollywood works and how you can deal with it, because she has dealt with it for 40 years. How you deal with the whole, everybody wants the same job. And she taught me a lesson about integrity. Never lose yourself. And after that, I thought, no, I'm not going to do that typical Hollywood thing, just do whatever it needs to happen. No, I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to stay in my lane and do my journey. And then I had Kelly in my hands. I thought at first, what am I going to do with her?
Yeah,
and then,
take me back to that moment when they said, okay, you're paired up with Kelly Osbourne. Did you kind of freak a little bit?
I was like, okay. I had no expectation. I just thought, okay, I'm going to have my hand full. That I knew. I didn't really know a lot about the Osbournes. I just knew about the Osbournes. I'd never watched their show. But when I met Kelly, I first met Ozzy. and he had no idea that his daughter had signed up for the show.
Oh, wow.
He thought that she might go and perform on the show. He had no idea that his own daughter was actually going to compete on Dancing with the Stars. So, and then after that I met Sharon, who is lovely. I mean, talking about a family that loves each other. I mean, they might be sometimes dysfunctional, but talking about loving each other. And then when I met Kelly, of course, I had heard things already about her, and I'm like, I'm not going to believe anything I hear, because what I see is not what I hear. And it was true. I was right. There's this humble little girl inside of Kelly that just needed to be helped, understood. She needed a chance to kind of show really what Kelly was about. And a lot of people at the end of the season said, gosh, she changed. And I said, no, she didn't change. She now shows what Kelly really is about. And I'm so happy for her. I am so ecstatic.
What was that moment like at the very end when you were in the the final 3 and you made it all that way with Kelly? Like, were you just in awe of the moment? Did you really want to win? Like, what was going through your head?
Winning was never really... of course, winning is great. But to me, I've always said the journey is so special and so important. Because you can be focused on that memorable trophy so much that you don't even enjoy the ride. Because all you think is that trophy. And I want to enjoy the ride. Every moment that happens in that rehearsal or on the dance floor, that's really where the winning takes place. And I truly believe that Kelly and I won. But we just didn't win the trophy. We made it all the way, and we had no idea. We knew there was a package going to happen about the journey, but when it happened just before we did our last dance, I mean, it was pretty clear I could not keep it together. Because all the season it was about me helping her, but then, sometimes I had to be rough with her. Sometimes I just had to give her a hug and cry with her about something that had happened with the family, or a past experience came out. It was probably one of the most special experiences I've ever had in my life, if not the most special. Yeah, wow. It's been, and people have seen it. People were part of that journey, even writing about it, or us bickering on Twitter, and it never was something that I thought I have to do.
What did you learn from her? Because I'm sure you taught her so much. But what did you learn?
I tweeted a week and a half ago, and I got a lot of private questions about it. Because I said, well, one person has inspired me so much to become more visible. And that's nothing to do with me being gay or coming out, because I've been out since I was 15. I just don't label myself, because it's not about that. But that one person that inspired me to be more visible and fight for equal rights, fight for obesity, just what I believe is right. And that was Kelly.
Why did she inspire you?
Just because what she went through. I mean, from the age of, I would say, 13 when they started, the Osbournes, up until 24 when we started, she has struggled so much with herself, with everything that she's done in life. And she almost was such a dark person, and always fighting against life, and always... But in the end, that was so far from the truth. It was more, she would fight for her friends. If somebody said something bad about her friends, or that, she would be the first one to give you a punch. And of course, the media would right away say, Kelly punched so-and-so, but I found out the real reason, and her close people around her know that reason, and I thought, this girl fights for what's right. And she's just being misunderstood. And her physical body, she's always been struggling with that body. So, and then seeing that change, the hard work she put in, because she put in hard work. That's not easy, to change your life in front of the cameras, in front of millions of people, in a matter of 3 months. It is amazing. What an example. And I thought, you know what? I have to up my game for me, because in dance I am who I am, and maybe I have some credit in what happened to her, but in the end, you reflect it back to yourself, and then I'm wondering, am I doing enough for me and for the minority groups that I believe should have a lot more equality?